asking, how do you see nowadays what move a leader nowadays? I don't think the leaders are much worse than the public. They basically they're given by the people, and even the same lad that yesterday was within the public. Maybe he was some commander in the army or a manager, a big manager in some factory in some system. But all in all, is from within the people. Is not doesn't belong to kingship. He was educated just like everyone else in the same schools, the same university, the same state. Hence, what is it? He appeared before the public because he has just because he has a greater ego, he has power, he has on his side a few people who hit him up to stimulate him to grow. A few other people help him financially, money, and then the contacts. And so it is. Why? Because behind every person that attains himself, then in our potential league, people of interest stand behind him who are waiting for him to go into power. And by that, they'll get all kind of benefits. We spoke of education. Do you think that leaders should be educated in some place? You have like a leadership school? Yeah, there are those things, but even there, it's not. The more I see and understand and observe the phenomena, I don't see it justifying the. Well, there are such places where they are taught and preparing things, but the problem is different. The problem is, in order to be a leader, a person has to be above his ego, above his own ego. He needs to be devoted to the people, and even devoted to the world. Even devoted to the world, as much as it sounds weird. But first and foremost, he needs to be detached from any interest, totally, even if there be the local sweep cleaner. But if it would be for the nation, I didn't understand. Okay, so the leader could be someone who's willing to do anything would be asked to do for the people. He has no self-interest, only national strength. And the examination for it is simple, that he's willing to get rid of all he has for only if he and the public know that it is for the benefit of the public. And we see the opposite. Meaning those people who are being thrown away and disconnected and they're disrespected and everything. I will see as it was before everyone. They presented the nothingness, lack of understanding of. Still, time after time during the year, they want to reach that. So indeed, it's a big problem. So what do they need to be willing to get rid of? You said they should be able to get rid of everything. Like what? Like anything. If it's in the benefit of the people, is that for me to leave it and go and do, I don't know, go back to be a simple worker, then I'm going. Meaning the benefit of the people must be an upper value for me. And indeed, nowadays we see opposite process. Indeed, we see process that not only people are holding very tightly to the seat, to the honor, and everything possible, and willing to also pay and national payments. And we define ourselves as a country in danger, not some country that live itself, and a little vote here and there, not threaten the country. So we also a country with a security and also social threat. And we're a country that we need to observe really well. What's interesting to me from all this process is, and we'll see later how is it possible differently, we'd like to analyze it. Say a person entered the political system. So we assume you come with a great desire, but you should bring a new change, a new spirit, and we have a great thing, something here doesn't work, but then we'd like to change it. But it's got into some vicious cycle, because the person entered the system, and the system format him. In order to operate correctly, he must operate according to its rules. Meaning he entered a magic circle where he must enter the old conditions in order to start getting results, and eventually the upper wind, so to speak, also govern him. And I'd like to ask you, is it possible to escape these vicious cycles? No. Could it be differently? No. So what chance we're standing? We don't strike chance. So that for a person who entered the old system will have something new come out of him. There's no chance.